So yesterday I was journaling, and when I journal, I tend to drift off and analyze, revisit, pick apart certain parts of my life. And I was trying to revisit my later years of adolescence, um, around my college years. And it was at this time that I had met my ex husband. And before I go any further, I do want to preface this by saying what I'll be talking about and addressing is only my um, mindset at the time, trying to understand myself more. So this was an exercise of me understanding myself more, my former self, and why I did certain things, why I accepted certain things. This is in no way about the other person. This is solely about myself, my experiences, my mindset. And so at the time, um, I was really trying to find ways to like run away from my current environment. And at the time, I didn't know that, but I've gotten to that as one realization. However, I never went any further. Um, and so when I met my ex husband, at the time, I was in a space of, I guess, numbness with my routine. I was just doing school and just trying to achieve everything under the sun. Educationally, I was academically, I was trying to excel just as a means of getting away and finally being able to leave out of my current environment at the time. So when he came around, we valued friendship primarily. So we were together, and we were like cool, like friends. And you know when you're in the space with your friends, but there's a little bit more, but then you don't know what to call it. Um, I feel like that was us. And so me now, miss wanting to know what this is, um, um, to me it just seemed like for him it was just we're chilling. And I wasn't okay with that. So anyway, I had decided when summertime comes, I'm going home. And although my school is close to where he is, I'm just gonna take the drive. Because I had honestly been hanging out with him because it was also close to the school. So I was just there all the time. And I had decided against that. I said, you know what, I'm just gonna drive my behind in traffic and go home during the summer. Because I do not want to get into a space of um comfort. Like this is not what I want. I wanted more. And so lo and behold, of course, him not seeing me as much, yada, yada, yada. And this is the part that's important. He reached out to me and he had mentioned that he missed me. Now, whether it was good intentions behind it, whether he was just saying that, it doesn't matter. Because again, this is not about the other person, this is about me. So my take on it was, oh my God, someone is telling me that they miss me. And so that is the realization that I stumbled upon yesterday while journaling. Um, and that was enough at the time. So I like ran and because he was like, "Yeah, I miss you. So you have some of your stuff here. Why don't you just stay?" And it was just, yeah, okay. Because again, he said the magic words. And then I had to unpack the fact that my childhood and adolescence, I seldom, matter of fact, I had never heard anyone say that they missed me. And so I sat in that yesterday. And this school, like family, friends, parents, no one had ever just missed me. And so that's why I said it doesn't even matter the intentions from the other person. The fact that they said it is the reason why I ran my little fast behind over there. And I said in that because sometimes as kids, right, you have friends. And I guess back then, maybe it's the time frame. Back then, a lot of people just didn't do that. At least in my environment. In my environment, school, whatever, you had friends. No one ever says they miss you. We didn't even really have cell phones. You had to call us landline, and I barely did that. So you just seldomly heard anyone say that they missed you or they loved you, and that was a lot for me because I had even been a child who used to travel a lot, and I even went to Spain as a young kid, and yeah, never heard those words. Um, I had a parent who lived out of state, and um, no, yeah, he told me. He always used to tell me. My dad used to always tell me, "You know, I love you. You know, I love you." And that was the couple times that I talked to him during the year. But no one ever said that they missed me. Not missed what I did for them, not missed what I gave them or anything like. Just missed me, and that's a big deal. And sometimes that's all somebody needs to get you. And so, just that one part is what I focused on yesterday. And I just allowed myself to sit in it. And of course, I was analyzing whether or not it was a generational thing and all that other stuff, but it doesn't really matter. Um, so just sit and think about how many times a person has actually told you that they missed you. And then I started to think as like myself, even as a parent. And how many times do we tell our children that you miss them when they come home from school? Do you tell them that you miss them if they're away and out of state, and they live long distance? Do you, when you call them, do you tell them that you miss them? If you have a group of friends, how often do you say, "Hey, how are you doing? I missed you today"? Um, I feel like for us, we just kind of we figure that just reaching out is enough. So when we say, "Hey, how you doing? How's everything?" "Okay, good, that's cool," and we in our minds think that, okay, that person has to know that I miss them because I message first. But sometimes it's just good to just say it. Just say it. And some of us, I don't know if it's too much of a pride thing or if you just convince yourself that it's not your thing, but we're all humans and we're all here having a human experience, so it's very much your thing. But maybe challenge yourself to do that more often. "Hey, I'm just reaching out because I missed you." Trust me, you're not going to get sick by doing that. So yeah.